Hey guys, welcome back to the world of the humble companies. This is the Chilean Retro Gamer, and the game I'm gonna be playing now is the Combatribes on the arcade. Remember guys, it is also available on GameAnyone.com. So the Combatribes is a very interesting beat 'em up game developed by Technos Japan in 1990. It was also ported on the Super NES under the same name. You probably can't identify this game, but the version I'm playing is basically the original. So since this is a Technos game, it's pretty similar in certain characteristics to Double Dragon. Also in the sense of getting your ass kicked pretty quickly. It's very uncommon in beat 'em ups, at least in the later beat 'em ups, to get hit so easily by enemies, by simple enemies. In this case, like Double Dragon and this game in particular, it's very easy to get hit by simple enemies and lose your energy with a few hits. As you can see, the energy is measured by these numbers. I think you start the game with 200 energy points, and of course you get hit and you lose not only 1 point but a lot more, 15, 20. It depends on the enemy, definitely. If I'm not mistaken, this guy is the boss, yeah, the one holding stick. Yeah, see, drains quite a lot of energy, so it's pretty easy to lose your credit with a couple of hits. Actually, it's pretty bitchy in that sense. As I said before, certain enemies, even if they are just normal enemies, they are a lot harder than some bosses in here even. It's actually a pretty good game in general. It has some gore. I mean, I don't consider a game good because it has gore in it. It's basically it provides a different touch, an extra touch. And I was about to die, so the counter I had 0 all the time, and I was able to make it through to the first act. And the second one is Amusement Park, dealing with gay clowns and gay cats in the background dancing. See, they are making crash each other's heads. It's pretty interesting. You also can kick them on the floor too, just like Double Dragon, if I'm not mistaken, or Vendetta. I'm actually remembering Crime Fighter's Vendetta series, also an arcade beat 'em up, this time made by Konami. Actually pretty fun. As you can see, you are able to run if you press either left or right twice and do a special attack. It's basically a jump kick, but the good thing about that attack is that it assures some damage. You can also grab objects and throw into the enemies. And this is the boss. As you can see, it's a flamethrower, but he escapes. You are supposed to go to the top in order to fight him officially. In the meantime, you have to deal with these normal, simple enemies, but it's still pretty annoying. As you can see, they oppose a lot. They offer a lot of resistance. Just like Double Dragon, right? You try to grab them and they escape by themselves and hit you instead. So it's a permanent challenge. That's what I mean by beachy at points. Crash me into the floor. Actually, that I didn't remember that. That was pretty interesting. Now I gotta find more gay clowns before the flamethrower himself. Yeah, it also works similar to Double Dragon in terms of the controls, because one button is for jumping, another button is for punching, and the remaining one is for kicking. I don't really remember if you can do a special by pressing 2 of those buttons at the same time, but what I remember And when I applied, from the very beginning was basically this little technique of running by pressing forward twice and then press any of the attack buttons, either kick or jump, kick or punch. I think both equally kick the enemy, let's say. Yeah, actually that idea of kicking them on the floor is actually pretty effective in the sense of not letting them attack you back. Okay, this level is pretty annoying, not only because of the boss, who is pretty annoying himself, you will see that in a minute, but these simple enemies go from left to right, they don't stop at all, so you have actually to wait for them to come at you, and then if you have the chance, hit them. And of course you have to hit them before they hit you back. It's actually more complicated, and they take quite a lot of hits, so it takes a while. There are some simple enemies as well who are not using these skateboards. No, they are actually these are rollers, yeah. So basically you don't have to go to the left or to the right as following certain path. It's a closed area, but the main objective here is to kill all the enemies. Now I'm allowed to move to the bar. Some Japan shit in the background. Well, it's Technos Japan. It's completely Japanese game, so what else can you expect? I'm supposed to be in a disco, right? I believe so. So as I said before, to kick the enemies on the floor is a very good way to assure your victory against certain enemies. Even bosses, but bosses are actually fast to attack in that way. They normally don't let you kick them on the floor, except when you are about to kill them. But sometimes they are able to stand up and they attack you back, so it's basically pretty tough game in that sense as well. You have to be fast, or else you are hit. And not softly necessarily. And this guy appeared randomly in some other side, so I actually got confused at some point. Okay, I think it's time to deal with the boss. Wait, there's someone else, right? Because I didn't see the arrow saying move. Right, there's someone else fucking around. He's a bit dizzy. When he is dizzy, of course, it's a great chance for you to kill him. What the fuck with the... Screens went crazy. Whoa, whoa, who's this beautiful guy? It's the boss. One of the most annoying bosses in the game. Probably the most annoying one. Why not? He holds a hammer. He gets crazy, as you can see. Gets too excited and starts moving the hammer a shit lot of times. And of course that doesn't even let you stand up properly. So just a couple of hits, so 3 hits and I got killed. So that's the complicated thing about this game in general. It's very difficult for you to hit them without getting hit, regardless the enemy. But as well as he killed the boss, the other enemies should be a bit easier to deal with. There we go. Well, actually, these simple enemies die with only one hit. They're supposed to distract you a little bit. The main enemy is the boss, but he's dead already. And I beat the level. That's all for now, guys. See you later.